Imagine visiting your girlfriend's family for the weekend. Everything looks perfect. A beautiful house, friendly parents, a peaceful neighborhood. But slowly you begin to realize something is terribly wrong. The servants act strangely, the guests stare at you, and everyone seems way too interested in you. Today we're diving into the psychological horror masterpiece Get Out, where one simple family visit turns into a nightmare no one could imagine. Before we start, to watch the full movie, please visit the official streaming partner link in the description below. The story follows Chris Washington, a talented young photographer played by Daniel Kaluuya. Chris is in a relationship with Rose Armitage, and the two decide to spend the weekend at her family estate. Chris is nervous because Rose's family is white, and he wonders if race might become an issue. Rose assures him everything will be fine. So together, they drive out to the countryside. On the way, they accidentally hit a deer. While waiting for police, the tension begins building, and Chris has no idea this trip is about to change his life forever. When they arrive, Rose's family seems warm and welcoming. Her father Dean is overly friendly. Her mother Missy is calm and strangely observant. Her brother Jeremy acts awkward and aggressive. At first, Chris tries to relax, but something feels off. The family's two black servants, Walter and Georgina, behave in an unnatural way. They smile too much, move strangely, and speak like something is missing inside them. Chris becomes uncomfortable, but Rose keeps telling him he's imagining things. That night, Chris can't sleep and goes outside for a cigarette. Missy finds him and invites him inside. She casually begins talking to him about smoking. Then she starts stirring a teacup with a spoon. The repetitive sound puts Chris into a trance. Suddenly, he can't move. He sinks into darkness, falling into a terrifying mental void known as the sunken place. He can see and hear everything but has no control over his body. When Chris wakes up the next morning, he thinks it was just a nightmare. But the horror has only begun. Later that day, Rose's family hosts a gathering with wealthy older guests. Everyone treats Chris like an object. They ask invasive questions. They comment on his body, his genetics, his strength. Chris feels less like a guest and more like something being inspected. Then he meets another black man named Logan. But Logan acts strangely, just like the servants. Chris secretly takes a photo of him with his phone. The flash suddenly triggers something. Logan panics, grabs Chris and screams, "Get out!" Before collapsing, now Chris knows for sure something evil is happening here. Chris tries to leave immediately, but Rose suddenly changes. She stops pretending. She reveals she was part of the trap all along. The entire family works together to lure black victims to the estate. Then Chris discovers the horrifying truth. The family performs brain surgery. They transplant the minds of wealthy white clients into black bodies. The victim's consciousness remains trapped deep inside, watching helplessly from the sunken place. Chris was chosen because of his youth, talent, and physical health. He was never a boyfriend. He was prey. Chris is tied to a chair in the basement. A video explains the procedure. Soon, an old blind art dealer plans to take over Chris's body, but Chris uses cotton stuffing from the chair to block his ears, preventing Missy's hypnosis. When the family comes for him, Chris fights back violently. He breaks free and begins escaping the house. One by one, he defeats the family members trying to stop him. Walter regains awareness after Chris uses the camera flash. In a final act of revenge, Walter turns against the family. Outside the house, Chris confronts Rose. She pretends to be injured to manipulate him again, but Chris no longer trusts her. As police lights approach, Chris fears the worst. But instead of the police, it's his best friend, Rod. Rod had suspected something was wrong and came to save him. Chris gets into the car, and together, they leave Rose behind. Chris survives the nightmare, but the trauma of what happened will stay with him forever. The movie ends with one clear message. Sometimes the most dangerous evil doesn't look violent. It smiles politely and invites you inside. New videos will be uploaded twice every week, so make sure you follow the channel.